for the last few weeks, we've been talking about how, well, a lot of people in the comments have been saying, like, who do you think is the leader of the Dark Order? And we've both said, me in particular has been pushing this. Well, it's Uno.
It's Evil Uno.
Quite clearly, Evil Uno is the leader. And then Evil Uno cut a promo last week saying, like, no, there is a higher power. And I'm like, what do you mean there's a high? You're the higher power because you're evil. You're Uno.
Yeah.
It's in your name. Yeah. You're literally the leader of this group. But no, we now have Dr. Claw off screen after Inspector Gadget, who is the actual leader, which I think is effing stupid.
Yeah, it's. I thought the point was to get the Dark Order over as a team. Really, you know, like from the start of this. And the Young Bucks have said in interviews of everyone on our roster, the act that has the most potential is the Dark Order. So I just assumed, and then they started doing those really cool infomercial things. And I thought, hey, I can see why they're thinking this now. This does have some fiend lore-like mythology behind it that's really, really actually intriguing. But yeah, I thought all of that was to get over Grayson and Uno.
Yeah.
They are the Dark Order. But it appears we're wrong. They are just like the front to whoever this larger force is.
Yeah, you and I have 100%. We are 100% wrong on this. And so we've had comments after comment, people saying like, "Oh, I think Marty is the leader. I think Broken Matt Hardy is the leader. I think that Brodie Lee's going to be revealed as leader." And I've replied to all those comments, being like, "Evil Uno is the leader." It's been very clear on TV that he's in charge.
Yeah.
Because he's wearing the suit, he's cutting the promos, he talks about the Dark Order, he was featured in all the infomercials, and somewhere along the way, that has now changed, and he is not, and there is a higher power.
Well, that's it, isn't it? It's like, what has happened in the last 6 weeks to maybe make AEW change direction with this? Maybe it was always the plan, or maybe someone did get released from their contract, and they're like, we've got a really good idea to bring this person in,
and maybe they'll help get this group over.
But I look at Brodie Lee, I look at Broken Matt Hardy, I look at Marty Scurll, and I'm thinking, you three guys, if you do go to AEW, I don't want you to be with the Dark Order.
No,
I want you to be your own thing.
Yeah.
The Broken Universe is different. I get it. It feels similar to this whole Dark Order thing. Anything kind of macabre is kind of lumped in together, but there's definite differences there. And Matt, it wouldn't be. I don't think it would work. Same with Marty. That's a Dark Order thing.
Villain Enterprises does not feel the same as the Dark Order.
Yeah, he's not a cult leader. And he's just like he's sort of a penguin mob boss. I always saw him.
And the other thing I've always said about this, when people have said, like, do you think that Marty's going to be the leader? My argument for Marty, if he's going to go to AEW, is I'd like to see him be a singles guy.
Exactly.
I don't even want to see him be part of the Elite. I want to see him have a singles run, because we've seen him in groups. Same with Brodie Lee. People saying, like, I think Brodie Lee should be part of this team. It's like, no, I want to see Brodie have a singles run. Yeah. We've seen him be part of a team now for it almost felt like a decade at this point, because he was part of the Wyatt family, then he was part of the Bludgeon Brothers, then he was with Rowan again. It always felt like he was always someone's tag partner, apart from that mini short run that he had in like 2014 or whatever it was. Which was the best version of it. So I want to see Brodie Lee have a run. So of those three names that often get suggested as these are the actual leader of the Dark Order, I don't want it to be either one of them.
Yeah. Well, maybe then there's a bit of a swerve coming up, and it is Hangman Page. I'm not a big fan of that idea. Again, I don't think Cowboy S-word and all that stuff, if he turns heel, the heel version of him is what he's doing now, but being more of a dick in my head.
Yeah.
I think to over-gimmick him with a whole faction and helping people who are down and out of luck, I don't think it works.
It needs to be a name, though. Like, that's the thing, is we're at a point with the Dark Order where this needs to be a name. This needs to be someone that is instantly recognizable.
Luther.
Well, that's it. Otherwise, it's going to be a Luther situation where they debut and they're like, who's this? And you've got Excalibur on commentary going like, well, it's this person. We're quickly reading their Wikipedia page.
Let's remember, AEW have not done a dynamite, a very effective debut since Jon Moxley.
Yeah.
In my eyes.
And we're coming up to nearly a year on that. So I think that, it needs to be, then this needs to be a big reveal. And if it's not one of those three names, or it's not someone you're bringing in, then Hangman Page is the one that makes the most sense because he is a recognizable name. But I'm also not sure. Like, I don't think it fits that well. Then again, there have been plenty of times where we've gone like, oh, I don't think this character should do that, and then they do, and it turns out that it's brilliant. So, you know, we could be way off base with this. But like my personal opinion on this at this point in time, I'm really enjoying what Hangman is doing at the moment.
It's the best thing on the show.
Easy. I said it in my 4-minute review. It's the best thing on Dynamite since the Jericho-Cody feud. It is. But what he's doing now, I'm way more into than him joining the Dark Order.
Yes, yeah.